Thank you.
She's been honored with the Presidential Medal of Freedom and the Kennedy Center Mark Twain Prize, the great Carol Burnett.
Oh, thank you. It is a special thrill for me to be here tonight on this stage as we commemorate the day that LBJ signed the act that created our priceless endowments. It's very special for me because way back then, my good chum Julie Andrews and I were among the performers earlier at LBJ's inauguration. So throughout those 5 decades, our uniquely American music has been the world's soundtrack. And for 50 years, the older generation has said to the younger one, "Can you please turn down that noise?" Well, in a phrase that I borrowed from a great Broadway show, tonight, we're going to bring in the noise and bring in the funk.
Please welcome Queen Latifah and New Orleans' own Trombone Shorty.
Hey, Ma. Now, back in the day, we had what they called the Harlem Renaissance. Familiar? All the arts got an African-American makeover. People danced and partied like the good times would never end. Depression wasn't even in the vocabulary yet. And yeah, Washington finally got some sense and gave women the right to vote. Can I get an amen? In case you're wondering what you call this music that the band is playing while I'm talking us into a groove, I'm talking about it's called a vamp. That's also what they call the liberated women, like the ones way uptown in places like the Cotton Club. And that's where my girl Bessie Smith would often sing until the last shot was poured, right round sunup. Play that trumpet, girl. Down in Atlanta, GA, under the viaduct every day, drinking corn and howling hooray, pianos playing till the break of day. As I turn my head, I loudly said, preach them blues, sing them blues, they certainly sound good to me. I've been in love for the last 6 months and ain't done worrying yet. Oh, them blues, holler them blues, let me convert your soul. Cause just a little spirit of the blues tonight. Let me tell you, girl, that your man ain't treating you right. Let me tell you, I don't mean no wrong. I will learn you something if you listen to this song. I ain't here to try to save your soul. Just wanna teach you how to save your good jelly roll. Going on down the line a little further now. There's many a poor woman down. Read on down to chapter 9. Women must learn how to take their time. Read on down to chapter 10. Taking other women's men, you are doing a sin. Sing on, sing them blues. Let me convert your soul. Come on now. Preach on, sister. One old sister by the name of Sister Green jumped up and done a shimmy you ain't never Thank you very much.
Once again, Miss Carol Burnett.
As LBJ said, somehow the scientists always seem to get in the penthouse while the arts and humanities get the basement. Well, all you scientists, tonight the arts and humanities happen to be in the East Room of the White House. So, with your permission, or without it, I'm going to read a poem. This is a poem by a charter member of the Algonquin Round Table, Dorothy Parker. It's called Bohemia. Authors and actors and artists and such never know nothing and never know much. Sculptors and singers and those of their kidney tell their affairs from Seattle to Sydney. Playwrights and poets and such horses' necks start off from anywhere and end up at sex. Diarists, critics, and similar row never say nothing and never say no. People who do things exceed my endurance. God, for a man that solicits insurance. So there you have Dorothy Parker. She's a true American original. There are two photos from the day that LBJ signed the act that created the endowments. There's one. And it looks like Lady Bird approved. In the Great Migration that started in the 20s and continued into the 1950s, many African Americans left the South and adjusted to the tough facts of life up north. Electric blues was their music, born in Chicago. Like the daily life it reflected, the music was often about love gone wrong and people barely scraping by. So please enjoy the blues as interpreted by Keb Mo and National Arts Medalist Buddy Guy.
I was born in Louisiana, and by the age of 2, my mother told my papa, our little boy's got the blues. I grew up real fast, and I traveled very far. But my love for my guitar long keep me on through the song. Women in Chicago, they love me to the bone. But my love for my guitar keep me long way from home. But I got a reputation. Everybody knows my name. You know I was born to play the guitar, and I got blues running through my veins. I got 6 string loaded on my bad machine. Show me the money, and I make this damn thing scream. I'm gonna keep on playing till my dying day. A polka dot guitar gonna be resting on my grave. I got this here reputation, and everybody knows my name. Buddy Guy, that is. You know I was born to play this here guitar, and I got the blues running through my veins. Thank you.
Please welcome National Medal for the Arts recipient, James Taylor.
World War II marked the first time that millions of African Americans and whites served together, and rock and roll reflected that experience. Part R&B, part country, part Latino. Here's a song from one of rock and roll's founding fathers, Mr. Buddy Holly.
I said every day, so getting closer, go faster than a roller coaster. With a love like yours, surely bound to come my way. I mean it every day. It's a little bit faster, and all of my friends, they say go on up and ask her. With a love like yours, surely bound to come my way. Oh, every day seems a little stronger, and every day lasts a little longer from what made it. Do you ever long for true love from me? Oh, every day, song getting closer and going much faster than that roller coaster. With a love like yours, surely bound to come my way. I mean, love like yours must surely come my way. Each and every day, every day, and every day, and every day, each and every day. But I don't mind waiting, and I don't mind waiting, 'cause I don't mind waiting, and I don't mind waiting. So each and every day, yeah, darling, every day, say every day.
And now, two of the brightest stars on Broadway, Brian Stokes Mitchell, who will be joined by Audra McDonald.
The Broadway musical is a unique American art form. In every era, it has expressed who we are, what we hope for, and how we carry on. The show Ragtime is a work of fiction by E.L. Doctorow, who was awarded, by the way, a National Humanities Medal for it. Like many of the greatest musicals, it takes on age-old issues that we continue to grapple with to this day. I see his face. I hear his heartbeat. I look in those eyes. How wise they seem. Well, when he is old enough, I will show him America, and he will ride on the wheels of a dream. We'll go down south, see your people. Won't they take to him like cats to cream? Then we'll travel on from there,
California, or who knows where.
and we will ride on the wheels of a dream. Yes, the wheels are turning for us, girl, and the times are starting to roll. Any man can get where he wants to if he's got some fire in his soul. We'll see justice coming and plenty of men who will stand up and give us our due. Oh, Sarah, it's more than promises. Sarah, it must be true. A country that lets a man like me own a car, raise a child, build a life with you. With you. Beyond that road, beyond this lifetime, that car full of hope will always gleam with the promise of happiness and the freedom he'll live to know. He'll travel with head held high, just as far as his heart can go, and he will ride. Our sun will ride on the wheels of a
Please welcome one of the most prolific singer-songwriters in our history, NEA medal recipient, Smokey Robinson.
Thank you. A few years back, a young man in Detroit named Berry Gordy started what became a musical revolution. We used to take out our tours, and we called it the Motortown Review. And we would have the Temptations and the Four Tops and Marvin Gaye and Mary Wells and Martha and the Vandellas and the Marvelettes and Stevie Wonder and Dinah Ross and the Supremes and Gladys Knight and Junior Walker and, of course, the Miracles. And fortunately for me, I got a chance to write some songs for all those people. I've got sunshine on a cloudy day. my girl, my girl, my girl.
Once again, please welcome James Taylor and Keb Mo.
Appalachian hymns, Texas swing, and the blues came together in Nashville to become country. It's the music of everyday people, truck drivers, factory workers, waitresses, and carpenters. One of the most inspiring country artists as a singer and a songwriter was Hank Williams. This next one is for anyone who's ever felt lonesome.
Hear that lonesome whippoorwill. He sounds too blue to fly. The midnight train is winding low. I'm so lonesome that I could cry.
I've never seen a night so long when time goes crawling by. The moon just went behind the cloud to hide his head and cry.
Did you ever see a robin weep when leaves begin to die?
That means he's lost the will to live. I'm so lonesome I could cry.
The silence of a falling star lights up a purple sky. And as I wonder where you are, I'm so lonesome that I could cry.
Please welcome jazz virtuoso Esperanza Spalding.
Well, Europe gave us classical music, and jazz is America's classical music. Where blues was born in the farms and fields of the South, jazz is urban cool. So I'm gonna sing a song for you that has been sung for more than 6 decades, and it has a message for hope. Originally, this was sung during the Great Depression when the end was not in sight. So I hope you enjoy, and I hope you try living on the sunny side of the street. I used to walk in the shade with my blues on parade, but I'm not afraid. It's over, pass the light over. the sunny side of the street. Can't you hear the pitter-pat? And a happy tune in your step. Life could be so sweet on the sunny side of the street. I used to walk, I admit, in the shade with my blues on parade. But I'm not afraid it's over, passing right over. If I never had one cent, I'd be rich as Rockefeller. Stardust at my feet, on the sunny side of the street. Oh, daddy. I used to walk in the shade with my blues on parade. But now I'm not afraid. It's over, this rover's passing over. If I never had one cent, I'd be rich. Probably he's not the richest one anymore, but at least I've had some gold dust at my feet on the sunny, on the shady, on the sunny side of the street.
Ladies and gentlemen, Usher.
The year was 1971. Marvin Gaye wrote of America through the eyes of a returning Vietnam vet. He wove a tale of war, civil disobedience, drugs, the decline of our cities, and the toll of environmental destruction. In the space of 9 songs that lasted 47 minutes and 29 seconds, he embraced all of American life in a time of challenge and change. Sadly, decades later, the problems Marvin wrote of are still prevalent. I just want to ask a question. Who really cares to save a world in despair? Who really cares?
There'll come a time when the world won't be singing. Flowers won't grow, and the bells won't be ringing.
fishful of mercury. Whoa, oh, mercy, mercy me. Oh, things ain't what they used to. No, no, radiation underground and in the sky. Animals and birds who live here by our eye. Oh, mercy, mercy me. Oh, things ain't what they used to be. What about this overcrowded land? How much more abuse from man can she stand? Oh, yeah. Clap your hands. Yeah. Yeah. We need love, empathy. We need compassion. We got one word. Gotta love it together, 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 together. Make it better. Love, darling. Love, darling. We're getting it in touch. We're getting it in touch. We're getting it in touch. Put it together. Gotta make it better.
She's the first woman to receive a Grammy for Best Rap Solo. Once again, here's Queen Latifah.
My, how things have changed. Who would have thought that hip-hop would ever be heard in this room? Most definitely, it did not start in such a fancy place. The historians, yeah, hip-hop has some too, say it was a whole culture. It was graffiti, DJing, breakdancing, poetry. It seems you can't even go to a Paris fashion show these days and not see some expensive designer clothing that looks like it came straight out of Compton. Now, I'm sure y'all all have heard of James Brown, being referred to as the godfather of soul. Well, give it up for my mentor, my inspiration, my all in all, the godmother of hip hop, MC Lyte.
This is a letter to all my young men across this country. I know you gotta feel like your back is pinned against the wall. Most times. But in those times, you remain open. Closed minds will get you nowhere. Gotta move with no fear. So, dear, I salute you, knowing everything you've been through is just a journey every man must take. The key for some is not to make the same mistakes and fall victim to the chaos the world creates. In the heat of the moment, you can mistake an ally for an opponent and wipe your own out. What a waste. And in the face of haste, you discover that it's too late. 1, 2, 3, let's go! Clap your hands, clap your hands. Oh yes, you can cha-cha-cha to the Mardi Gras. You're the best president that I've seen thus far. And I do get better, the voice gets wetter, nobody gets hurt. Do my thing with the MC Lyte, swing the dopeness, I write a guaranteed delight. To the hip-hop maniac, the uptown brainiac, in full effect, MC Lyte is back. And better than before, as if that was possible. My competition, you'll find them in the hospital, visiting time. I think it's on a Sunday, but notice, they only get one day to shine. The rest of the week is mine, and I blind you with the sign that the others have yet to find. So come along and I lead you the right way. Now it's time to kick around out the batch, and you're the receiver, eager as a beaver. Time to convert the non-believer that I'm a road runner, leaving you in the dust. I can't adjust to the times, and at times I might just get quicker than the ticker of your pacemaker. More tender than a round equal, harder than a jawbreaker. So don't ever second guess me. And if you're wondering who could the best be, think a second and recollect the worst whipping you ever had yet. And I'll bet that I did it. My fingerprints are still on you. How many times I gotta warn you about the light? It'll blind your sight, but the rhythm will still guide you through the night. Hey, I say hey, I say ho, I say ho. I got the power to spit out and devour at the same time. I eat you up with a rhyme, but I let you slide cause you accidentally hopped on the wrong side. Now come on, that's suicide. Hypothetically speaking, okay, let's say you didn't know what you were doing. You're new in town and you're looking around for another name to ruin, and it's me that you're pursuing. Well, I'll be damned. I might as well tell you who I am. I am the capital L-Y-T-E, and it's shocking. I'm the one you're mocking. Oh yes, I've been watching you, watching me, and like the fat on your back, it's plain to see that you're a wannabe, but you can't be what you're not. So you better start living with what you got. Hey, somebody say hey. Come on and say ho. White House say ho. Kick this one here for me and my DJ.
Please welcome back the great trombone shorty.
All right, now, we've heard a lot about New York, Chicago, and even the Delta. Well, I'm here to tell you it all started in New Orleans. We put together brass band, second line beats, and a whole lot of funk. And that's how jazz was born. So right about now, let's head on down to the bayou, y'all. Can we go down to the bayou right now? Hey.
Do you wanna funk it up?
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 Do you wanna?
Do you wanna funk it up? Here we go now, fire on the bayou. Fire on the bayou. Do like you wanna. Fire on the bayou. Fire on the bayou. Down in New Orleans, you're looking thin. He wouldn't deal y'all but a fifth of gin. One do want it, a bottle of wine. He hit that do, y'all, yes he did, for $1 and a dime. Light your fire on the bayou. Do like you want a fire on the bayou. Do like you want a fire on the bayou. Fire on the bayou. Swamp water running through my veins. I say the Mississippi River can't be tamed. I pull my B-roll in the middle of the night. I'm a downtown ruler, and I can do it right. Let me hear you say fire on the bayou. Do like you want a fire on the bayou. I say fire on the bayou. Fire on the bayou. Let me get funky over here.
we support the arts. This is why we support the humanities. I hope everybody's had a wonderful evening. To the Johnson family, your father's legacy lives on. Thank you, everybody. God bless you. Hope you enjoyed yourself. Fire on the fire.
To watch this show online, including additional web-exclusive content featuring Audra McDonald, visit pbs.org/Whitehouse and join the conversation on Twitter using hashtag PBSIPWH. Funding for this program in celebration of the Arts and Humanities Endowments was provided by David M. Rubenstein, the Lori M. Tisch Illumination Fund, the Howard Gilman Foundation, the Carnegie Corporation of New York, the Ford Foundation, the John S. and James L. Knight Foundation, the John D. and Catherine T. MacArthur Foundation, the Spencer Foundation, and by the LBJ Presidential Library, home of the papers of President Lyndon Baines Johnson, who signed into law the Civil Rights Act, the Voting Rights Act, and Medicare. LBJlibrary.org. American Airlines operates an average of 6,700 flights per day to nearly 350 destinations in more than 50 countries. We are proud of our support of arts programming on public television and in performance at the White House.
You're obsessive, you're driven.
You do know the man is nitroglycerin.
I was sick, I got better, I'm back, etc.
Take cover!
Monday at 9 on WGBX 44.
Next time on Finding Your Roots, Bill O'Reilly.
Amazing.
Soledad O'Brien.
Oh my gosh.
And Bill Maher discovers shared Irish ancestry amid family mystery.
And why didn't my father ever tell me this?
On the next Finding Your Roots.
Tuesday night at 8 on WGBH2.
Boston Talks Happy Hour, the exciting new way to connect with people on the cutting edge of what's hot in and around Boston. Big ideas, tasty brews, good friends, and you. More at WGBH.org/events.
Rocks. They're the building blocks of civilization.
Without rocks, we wouldn't have televisions, we wouldn't have automobiles, we wouldn't have buildings.
But could rocks be the key to the origins of life? Life's rocky start on Nova.
Wednesday at 9 on WGBH2 with an encore Saturday at 8 on WGBX 44.
This season, we're shaking things up on Simply Ming.
Oh, come on, give me a shake. Oh, yeah.
The theme this year on Simply Ming, cooking at home. You want these bells in?
Yeah, throw them right in.
With all of our favorite chefs. Join us for a new season of Simply Ming, coming your way this fall.
Tomorrow at 2 on WGBH2.
Have you ever dreamed of having your renovation featured on This Old House? Well, you might just get the chance. If you're thinking of renovating or adding on in the next few months, we want to hear from you. You never know, we may be working on your house next. So send us a brief description of your project and a few pictures to pickmyhouse@thisoldhouse.com.
I'm Paola in Alston, and you are watching WGBH 2.
You make our programs possible in partnership with
PBS Arts was made possible in part by a generous grant from the Anne Ray Charitable Trust and by viewers like you. Thank you.
Donuts. Heart-shaped happiness, too sweet not to share. America runs on Dunkin'.
You pepper sprayed him.
He shouted the words, "This isn't over."
Neighbor's bad blood comes to an end.
As I'm driving away from him, he's launching rocks at the back of my vehicle.
With a violent showdown.
She backs up, screeches her tires, and starts coming at me real fast. Now, I'm not a genius, but I know that means I'm in danger.
She tried to run you over.
Absolutely. So I picked up a rock and threw it at her. I had to do something.
Next, Judge Judy.
Today at 4 on WPRI 12.
Welcome back. A Dutch artist has made something you've probably never seen before. It looks kind of like an alien creature, but it is a moving sculpture. Theo Jansen calls it Strand Beasts. He showed off the creation outside in Chicago ahead of a free exhibition later today at the Chicago Cultural Center. Strand beasts are able to move on their own, powered by the wind.
All right, Michelle here with us now. Pete over there. Analyzing data, that snow rain line creeping further south now?
Yeah, so, we expected that transition to occur this morning through the morning commute, and that's certainly been the case for those areas that have already transitioned over to snow. We're starting to see some small accumulations already on grassy areas as well as even on some of the roads. So by the time we hit 2-3 o'clock this afternoon, we're expecting about 4 to 7 inches of snow for most of our area, maybe just a little less down near the coastline where the temperatures stay a little bit warmer and you're last to transition over to snow. But even there, some heavy, wet, accumulating snow.
And those school closings continue to come in. I just texted my 13-year-old son and let him know there's no school. He's never responded so quickly. With all caps, yeah, no school. Our coverage continues in 2 minutes.
For cool, weightless sleep, experience the new Elevate collection, exclusively at Cardi's. Produced from biodegradable and renewable resources, lift foam from Elevate is hypoallergenic and dust mite resistant.
Elevate, only at Cardi's Furniture.
Hi, my name is Ray Lentini. Kitchen Options just refaced this kitchen. It went from this to this to this beautiful kitchen in just 4 days. For half the cost of a new kitchen, let Kitchen Options make your kitchen spectacular. Not only will you get 15% off, but if you call today, I will take an additional $1,000 off the price as a first visit incentive. Our 3 offices close at 5, so call 877-2x4. After 5, leave a message.
This is your year to start something new, to transform your life and the lives of those around you, to earn a degree that gets you noticed by employers and won't break the bank. This is your year to choose a nonprofit university that has been reinventing higher education since 1932. This is Southern New Hampshire University. Find your online or on-campus program today and see yourself succeed at snhu.edu.
Wow, no wonder Hyundai's ranked #1 in customer loyalty. Elantra, 7-inch touchscreen nav, remote start from my phone, rear view camera, Sonata, 5-star overall safety rating, lane departure warning, hands-free smart trunk.
And America's best warranty.
America's best warranty.
Visit your Hyundai dealer today and lease the Elantra for just $119 a month. That's the new one.
I made it up.
Now, hurry in. This offer ends February 29th.
If you like your bed extra cool, a Tempur-Pedic from Cardi's is for you. Now, even better, with removable and washable covers.
Right now, enjoy Tempur-Pedic with up to 5 years interest-free financing.
Cardi's Furniture.
Catch Tony Petrarca's live Pinpoint Doppler 12 Futurecast all day, all night, and weekends too on Light Rock 105 and online at lightrock105fm.com. Got a consumer complaint? Call 12 for action. 401-228-1850. Now, live on WPRI 12 and on WPRI.com. This is Eyewitness News this morning. Coverage you can count on.
Car takes out a utility pole before crashing into a tree and catching fire. All these overnight breaking details just ahead.
But this morning at 6 a.m., we begin with this live Pinpoint Doppler 12 severe weather alert. Let's take a live look right now. Some of the roadways this morning, already a messy ride into work for a lot of people. Many communities have canceled school, and there are parking bans in place. That information, and it's being updated pretty much every minute, is scrolling at the bottom of your screen.
Timing of the storm, the big issue. We have team coverage. Todd Wallace standing by, keeping a close eye on the road conditions. Todd is in the capital city.
And Madeline Wright, live in Smithfield, where the snow started to fall about 40 minutes or so. She's going to check in with us in just a moment.
But first, look at that radar behind Michelle. It is a very active situation right now.
You know, it was raining through most of the night, but now transitioning over to snow for most of the Providence metro area, from East Providence, down through Warwick and Cranston, and even in this area of bright yellows that you see down through South County. You're starting to see some sleet mixing in with the rainfall, and it won't be long before you see that change over to snow there. So this is the rain snow line. The rain in the green, the blue is the snow. Now we're seeing some darker shades of blue already this morning, where it's coming down at a more intense clip. But the transition that we expect to occur here is that we'll change over to snow down by say New Bedford and Fall River over the next couple of hours. That rain snow line will continue to drop towards Newport too. Starting to see a little sleet in the mix there on Aquidneck Island, but that change over to snow happening probably within the next hour or two. In Providence, it's already occurred. We've got snow falling. The temperatures are still above freezing, but the intensity of the snow today is going to overcome this warm air, and so that's why we are going to see accumulating snow even as those temperatures hover around the freezing mark. Now, we have dropped down to 32 degrees in Smithfield. Snow starting to stick to the roadways in some of those northern communities. 36 now westerly, 36 in Newport. It's a winter storm warning for the area shaded in blue. That's most of Rhode Island, inland parts of southeastern Massachusetts. Winter weather advisory for Newport County, Fall River, New Bedford, out to Cape Cod. Both of those advisories and warnings go until 3 o'clock this afternoon. So the changeovers occurring will continue over the next couple of hours. Heaviest between 9 a.m. and 1 in the afternoon, ending between 2 and 4. We'll look for wet, slushy, snow-covered roads and poor visibility for the morning commute. I may have to deal with a quick freeze this evening. Snowfall totals between 4 and 7 inches for most of Rhode Island. A little less on the coastline. The temperatures will be likely a couple of degrees warmer, and the changeover happening a little later here as you especially head east of New Bedford. We're going to take you hour by hour through the day coming up in my Futurecast. Right now, we want to go live to JamCam traffic reporter Gina Brown. Gina, big impacts to this